This video will show you how to bleed the brakes on a Mitsubishi Lancer. Make sure you have some clean, brand new .3 brake fluid and some parts cleaner. Let's get into it. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. To bleed the brakes on our vehicle, we want to make sure you're in a safe area to raise and support and remove all wheels. After you've completed that, you're under the hood at the master cylinder. Under the hood at the master cylinder, we're going to make sure we clean around this entire area so no miscellaneous debris makes its way into the braking system. Now the master cylinder is what holds your brake fluid, so of course we're going to remove as much of the original brake fluid as possible. A quick inspection of the cap to make sure it's still in good usable order. Once you have the cap out of the way, you're going to find you have a small screen deep inside this area of the master cylinder. You could either carefully reach in with a gloved finger or use a small angled pick, whatever's easiest for you. Now that we have that out of there, we'll just give that a quick inspection as well. We can set it aside. Now we can start removing as much fluid from inside here as possible. Use a small fluid extraction device. Once you've removed as much fluid as possible from inside of the master cylinder reservoir, go ahead and reinstall your protective screen and top off the master cylinder with your clean .3 brake fluid. After you've topped it off, go ahead and temporarily reinstall that brake fluid reservoir cap. Now that we've replaced all the fluid inside the master cylinder and removed all wheels from the vehicle, it's time to start bleeding the brakes, and we're at the driver's side rear first. Once we've completed the driver's side rear, we're going to the passenger's side front. After we've completed that, we're going to have to stop at the master cylinder up under the hood so we can top it off with some clean .3 brake fluid. Continuing on from that master cylinder, we'll be at the passenger side rear, and then we're ending at the driver's side front. To do this bleed process, it's going to be easiest if you have a second person inside of the vehicle. That second person is going to pump up the brake pedal for us approximately 3 to 5 times and hold it. When they're holding, they're going to let us know, and I'm going to open up my bleeder screw. We know we need an 8mm for our rear bleeder screws here. Go ahead and remove any bleeder screw cover. Go ahead and pump up the brake pedal for me. Got a tiny bit of air on that one. Go ahead and pump. Okay, I can tell that I have only clean brake fluid making its way out. The air that I can see in the hose is the air that's just trapped in the hose itself. I'm going to continue on to removing this. We'll clean our mess and reinstall our bleeder screw cover. Reinstall that bleeder screw cover. Now let's move to the passenger side front. Now we're over at the right front. Looking at the brakes here, we have our caliper. We do have a dust boot, so let's just go ahead and remove that protective cover. We're using an 8mm for our front bleeder screws as well. Go ahead and pump up the brake, please. Go ahead and pump. Go ahead and pump. Okay, so we have clean new brake fluid coming from the right front as well. We'll go ahead and remove this, clean any mess. After that, you need to make your way up to the master cylinder. You want to make sure you top it off with that clean .3 brake fluid. Now that we finished those two wheels, we're back at the master cylinder. We're going to top it off with our clean .3 brake fluid. That looks good. Make sure we reinstall the cap. And now here's where you'd continue on to repeating the exact same brake bleeding process. You'd want to make your way to the right rear or passenger side rear. After that, you're going to the driver's side front. Make sure you clean any messes and reinstall your bleeder screw covers. Now at this point, we finished bleeding all brakes. You need to make sure you top off that master cylinder with your clean .3 brake fluid all the way to the maximum line, and then reinstall your brake fluid cover. We'll just make sure we clean up any brake fluid from this area. Brake fluid is corrosive and we don't want it on our paint. Now after cleaning all messes, make sure you torque each and every one of your wheel lug nuts to 80 foot-pounds. Pump up the brake pedal one last time and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.